Last week, a brutal rape occurred in India where two young girls, who were both cousins, were raped by a number of different men. They were gang raped. So far, 3 brothers have confessed in their involvement in the rape, but I should also note that the girls were also killed. They were murdered, and they were found hanging from a mango tree after this rape occurred. The brothers say that they did take part in the rape, but they did not murder the girls. There are 2 police officers that have also been arrested as a result of this because of their involvement, and apparently the police have failed to take any action. When the father of one of the girls reported to police that the 2 cousins were missing, 2 police officers were fired for dereliction of duty after the girls were found gang raped and killed.
So the cops weren't arrested for doing the crime. They were investigated because they didn't do anything about it. Which is interesting because it's actually in some ways slightly more progressive than here in the U.S. I can't imagine a cop here being arrested. Or fired, I should say, because he, didn't take action. Because we have such a code here among cops; they would go out of their way to protect themselves. But of course, if you could imagine any circumstance, this would be it, because you've got such a gruesome situation here. And in India, unfortunately, what people are so mad about, what the population and the citizens are so mad about, is that cops have consistently not done much. Right.
There's total inaction when it comes to dealing with rapists. And in this particular case, the 2 girls, 14 and 16 years old, one of the fathers for the girls went to the cops and said, hey, you know what, my daughter's missing and I need help finding her. And apparently the cops refused to respond until 12 hours later. And at that point, it was already too late. So I read into this story a little more and I found out how it all went down. Apparently these 2 girls needed to use the bathroom, and they live in an area of India where they don't have access to toilets. So they went out into the orchard to relieve themselves in the middle of the night, and that's when they were raped. And it's just so crazy to know that, people are sitting there waiting for an opportunity to prey on these young girls, in their moment of vulnerability. And to know that the officials didn't do anything about it adds insult to injury. But there's another level to this story, another layer to this story. There is a group of women in India that have been protesting about this. It's the All India Democratic Women's Association. And while they were protesting, police responded by using water cannons on them.
Yeah. Now, look, I know that they wanted them to disperse, and giving them the benefit of the doubt that they thought maybe it got a little unruly. But in a situation like this, they'd have to get awfully unruly to bring out the water cannons. I mean, they're criticizing the cops for not caring enough. They're doing a protest to show how much they care, and then the cops water cannon them. That's a bad move, man. I mean, that's exactly what Anna said, insult to injury.
Yeah.
And so you've got to begin to change the culture of the authorities here. And I love, honestly, how pissed the citizens of India are. They're like, enough is enough. Damn it, when are you going to take action here? And so, it's really chilling, but the family members of the girls, they wouldn't take the girls down from the tree until the cops came and did an investigation. Because they said, look, we want to preserve the crime scene. We don't want you brushing this under the rug. And you know how hard it must have been to sit there and have those girls hanging from that tree, and you're a family member? But they're so frustrated that the cops won't do anything. So it's a nightmare to have them water cannon the protesters.
Yeah. And also, just keep in mind, a lot of people thought that after that rape that happened in New Delhi in late 2012, people thought, hey, things are going to change in India. We're going to actually pass some laws to deal with these rapists. But the reality is, the prosecutions and the convictions are still not happening. And let's say someone does get prosecuted, it's really, really difficult to convict the rapists. And also, they wanted to double the sentence for rapists, but they never even get to that point. A lot of times they don't even get prosecuted.
Yeah. All right. Well, at least there's action in the streets demanding change.
Yeah.
So we're with the protesters and hope that there does come change in India.